Hey guys, AlduicS here, and we're back with Season 1, Episode 10 of Bocchi the Rock. Summer's flown by, and it's time to return to school. And it does seem like we know where our next venue will be, where our next concert will be. It's time to achieve Bocchi's goal, the long-standing desire, a performance at the cultural festival. And it will also be in line with the other bandmates' thoughts and their interests because they'll be able to promote Bocchi. They'll be able to show her skills, her talents, and her true personality to everyone there. It'll enlighten them to the amusement, to the hilarity of Bocchi, and it should make initiating conversations and interacting with her in general much, much easier if they can convince her, because it'd be publicly exposing herself, not necessarily as Guitar Hero, but at the very least as a bandmate, as someone with an interest in music, guitars, and with exceptional guitar skills herself. But no doubt, since Najika was able to figure it out, there will be those who have probably heard her music, seen her covers, and put two and two together, even if it is just after their performance. But I do hope it works out in their favor. I do wonder if we'll see any other bands pop up, if we'll see a battle of the bands type of situation, a pseudo conflict, so to say. I'd hate to see anyone actively trash talk them, though. But now that they've managed to beat out their first official concert, and it wasn't even in the best of circumstances, it was with a small audience, a cultural festival would be on a much wider scale. So, very curious on what's going to happen. I feel so proud of them already overcoming their first concert, even despite those negative circumstances. Hearing about Najika's true dream, and then obviously with last time, strengthening that bond, making those summer memories before returning to school for the break. I do hate that feeling of the first day, whether it was after winter break or after summer break, because it's always difficult to get back into that routine. But I also do just like the comedy we had last time. It was on point. It was peak. It was a slower episode for sure, but a very much needed one. It was a nice calm down gear shift, so to say. But they managed to afford some memories, some unforgettable time, and it makes me very happy. So glad I watched this show. Before we hop into the episode and find out what's going to happen next, what insanity, what hilarity, what emotional weight and impact we will get, check out my links down below: my Twitter, my Twitch, my Kitsu, my Patreon, my Discord, even my VOD channel. Support me on all those platforms. And while you're checking out my links, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload next, and let's hop into it. Yeah, it'd be in line with that dream you've talked about. Yep. I love that we harken back to it. It'd be a great way to expand your audience to have that extra reach, because aren't most cultural festivals open to the public as well? Mostly to display the talents of the school and stuff like that, not necessarily just to classmates themselves. So it would get your name out there. She did all of that without realizing it. Am I giving yourself some head trauma? Very Subaru response. Hey, Kita. Shouldn't have given yourself that head trauma. But I did something similar. Fun little story tangent, but in order to finish some papers for college, I had no money. It was very late at night, so there was no vending machines, no grocery stores. I had no gas. So I hit myself on the head repeatedly on a concrete wall and gave myself a mini concussion, but I did finish the papers, even though it did make me more light sensitive, and I think I still have lasting effects, but who needs medical treatment or anything like that? But I had to hit myself a couple times over the past several hours for it. That was maybe 2018, 2019. I did dumb shit. Every college student does dumb shit. I love that. too much psychic pain. Meta. Always subverting expectations. She went scream mode. Oh my god. I'm a criminal. I'm gonna be charged with murder. Ouch. Oh. My lung said stop. Holy shit, they killed her. That was straight cruel. Thank you. Thank you for wringing money out of both of them so she can be repaid, because the debt would only grow larger if someone didn't do this. And having an introvert start a conflict like this or demand the money back would be too high of a hurdle, too high bar for her. It would never happen. She'd make some snide comments here and there, but we would probably never see the light of day. Very homely, but more bar-esque. How's the clientele? Instantly folding at the sign of eye contact. Instantly folding, just crumbling. The slightest bit of pushback or adult, huh? And so the facade breaks and the tears come in. I love how smooth that transition was, where she went from cool demeanor to I want my sister. Seems very different than I'd expect, but is this his facade he puts on his persona when he's in front of customers or fans and stuff like that, and it's not his true self? Much like how Maze and Akiba have their work personality and then their real personality. Ah, so he seems more intimidating than he actually is. I like all their voice actors so far. What's she gonna say? Oh, it's so hard to choose between Najika and Ryu. Both heartfelt talks and everything, and the glimpses into their past and what drives them. Oh, it made it really hard to choose between them. Because for a while it was in Ryo's favor, but they're both tied at number one in terms of the bandmates if we don't include Hitori or Bocchi herself. I do like Kita a lot as well. Kita does bring some good humor, and I like her Keats aura and her extrovert personality, but oh man, it's a constant back and forth between Najika and Ryo. Psychedelic rock. Nerd. Music's the only thing on her brain, other than food. Ooh. Okay. I got chills. And the way her eyes are almost a little different. The way we have an actual like psychedelic effect going on. If you were doing hallucinogens, this might be too much for you. It's like watching the Mob Psycho openings. I like the way they use the colors. The lighting. It's so creative. Sure, sound like a broken record, but feels your license on point. Is she comparing herself to y'all? Is she worried that she won't be able to bring a similar level of excitement, of talent? Oh, so she's like an evolved version of Bocchi. Aww. Similar story. Already stronger than her. But this advice is what she needs to hear. Except that. Drink responsibly and don't drink while underage. The nerve's been found. Way to throw her under the bus. Is it her punishment? Oh god, the puppy dog eyes. But they did say she was eager for the band to succeed, to be for their next gig. But it's not like Bocchi would hate you for that. Aww. What an interesting way to end the episode. Bocchi's missing. So either she's secluded herself and not necessarily ran away, but is acting hard to find as nerves caught up with her, or something did come up and she's currently being held back by something. But I don't truly think it's anything extremely serious. It might just be a case of her needing to renew that resolve, to find the courage, find the nerves, and step foot on that stage. But overall, it was very nice spending time with Kikuri and her band Sick Hack, seeing the psychedelic rock, how they do it, how it's portrayed. The art animation were on point, but did we expect any less from Studio Cloverworks? It was so creative. It was so visually stunning. And yes, I'll admit, I sound like a broken record. But how else could you describe what we see on a weekly basis, on an episode by episode basis in this series? The animators are very passionate about this. You can tell they care so much about the property. And it is portrayed in every frame. From every facial expression to every wild imagination, delusion, and visualization of the comedy, of the antics involved with Bocchi. The transitions between facial reactions are also very smooth, very organic. When we go from smug to downtrodden or stoic to all of a sudden on the verge of tears, it's just so good to behold. It's so entertaining. That's the best way I could describe this show is undeniably entertaining. I adore it. I love it. Straight up, one of my favorites of fall 2022. It's wormed its way into my heart, but our girl has found her resolve. For now, obviously, but seeing her even thank Kita for submitting that application and not even holding it against Kita for all that long, and how Kita was willing to apologize, but she turned in because she really wants to play. She wants to make this cultural festival succeed and show off the talents of Bocchi. But I really like that they're making it work or revolve around Bocchi's talents. They want to give her an opportunity to shine, to enlighten the masses, as I said. It all harkens back to what I said at the very beginning of the video, and how they want to make it fun for them, how it's a different beast, how you don't necessarily expect professionalism from it. You don't expect actual pro level performances. You expect students who got a band together, performing, having fun, enjoying themselves, and if possible, moving the hearts of the masses. And I cannot wait for this performance. It does seem like we'll have it next time, but if it somehow gets delayed, it also make for a great climactic finale. And even just the fact that we learned that Hikuri, she's essentially an upgraded or an evolved form of Bocchi. She was once an introvert on a similar level as Bocchi, but instead of overcoming it without any crutches, she had to rely on booze, on alcohol, all to help her through the stress of it, all to help her cope. It's not just the happiness spiral, it's beyond that. It was just overcoming her own introverted nature in her own way. And yes, you should definitely drink responsibly, but I can understand where she comes from in that regard. Even though I do kind of worry about her liver. And it's nice that Bocchi's overcoming it without the crutch of alcohol, without the crutch of drugs or anything else. It's all on her own personal growth level. It's all one step at a time, one foot in front of another. It can be overwhelming for her, but she still finds the courage, whether it's from inspiration by others or taking that leap of faith by herself or forcing herself forward even when she knows it might be too much. It might end in failure. But as I said, time and again, it's a learning experience. It's what she needs. It's the next hurdle she needs to overcome. And it will achieve that middle school dream she held. It's really nice that that comes back into focus. I guess you could say it was foreshadowing. Also, just side note, very nice that the manager managed to make Iori and Ryo pay back Bocchi for all of the borrowed money. Like, it was referenced. It's a continuity thing. I just love that we occasionally bring back this stuff, or it's not forgotten that as long as you're paying attention, you are rewarded with this show. And it's great. It's fantastic, y'all. But let me know your thoughts on my reaction, my commentary, the episode itself. While you're down there, leave a comment. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified when I upload next, and check out my links: my Twitter, my Twitch, my Kitsu, my Patreon, my Discord, even my VOD channel. Support me on all those platforms. Anyways, this has been AlduicS. Peace.